In mid-2025, a senior police official dropped a bombshell that rattled South Africa's security and political establishment. He publicly accused the police minister, senior commissioners, and multiple arms of the state of colluding with crime syndicates. This is the story of General Mkhwanazi and the whole scandal. What was alleged, who pushed back, and whether justice will catch up. Let's trace it from the beginning. Who is General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi? Nhlanhla Sibusiso Mkhwanazi, born on the 5th of February 1973, is a high-ranking South African Police Service officer. He currently serves as the KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Police Commissioner. Over his career, he has held several internal roles and is known for being outspoken in law enforcement. In July 2025, he became the central figure in one of the most explosive public accusations in recent South African policing history. The allegations. On 6 July 2025, Mkhwanazi held a media briefing in Durban, publicly leveling allegations against Police Minister Senzo Mchunu and Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya, among others. His claims included that Mchunu and Sibiya had disbanded a task force investigating politically motivated killings in KwaZulu-Natal, allegedly to shield powerful networks, that portions of law enforcement, the judiciary and prosecuting authority, and even parts of parliament had been infiltrated by crime syndicates and business interests, that investigations in Gauteng involving firearms tied to high-profile matters were deliberately blocked or interfered with, that some politicians were in constant contact with criminal actors, and that some elements of justice and law enforcement were being controlled by criminal syndicates. He claimed he had evidence, including communications, internal documents, financial records, supporting his assertions, though he had not made all of these public at the time. The accusations were extraordinary, especially coming from a senior police official, since such public calling out of a minister and colleagues is rare in South Africa. Senzo Mchunu, the police minister, strongly denied the claims, labeling them baseless. Deputy Commissioner Sibiya publicly refuted them, accusing Mkhwanazi of breaching police protocol by making internal matters public and saying the allegations embarrassed the SAPS. Security at Mkhwanazi's home was reportedly increased amid fears for his safety. The Democratic Alliance, the DA, called for an urgent parliamentary debate on the matter. The ANC raised concerns about how the ad hoc committee probing the claims was structured, arguing it risked being inquisitorial. Parliament established an ad hoc committee to investigate Mkhwanazi's allegations under National Assembly Rule 253. The committee first met to decide its terms of reference by about 8 August 2025. On 14 August 2025, Mkhwanazi publicly urged citizens not to donate to him personally but to the SAPS Education Trust after a crowdfunding campaign had raised money in his name. The ANC challenged the constitutionality and nature of the committee's mandate. Parliament also issued statements emphasizing that Mkhwanazi had taken personal risk and that the matter warranted serious attention. The Madlanga Commission. In July 2025, President Cyril Ramaphosa announced the formation of a judicial commission of inquiry known as the Madlanga Commission to examine Mkhwanazi's claims. Mkhwanazi's claims included that the political killings task team in KZN had been disbanded under pressure and that case dockets implicating powerful figures were hidden from view. The Commission's public hearings began on 17 September 2025, with Mkhwanazi giving sworn testimony about his allegations. Following him, National Commissioner Fani Masemula testified on the 22nd of September 2025, providing SAPS's perspective on the decision, such as disbanding the KZN task team. On the 29th of September 2025, crime intelligence boss Dumisani Khumalo disclosed information about a syndicate dubbed the Big Five or cartel, allegedly operating out of Gauteng and implicated in various crimes, drugs, contract killings, tender fraud, etc. The commission is ongoing, sifting through documents, testimonies, cross-examinations, and is supposed to produce recommendations around corruption, interference, and accountability. News 24 and other outlets raised skepticism about whether Mkhwanazi's broad accusations could be backed by hard evidence, pointing to the lack of public disclosure for many of the documents he referenced. During commission hearings, he referenced 18 criminal cases in Gauteng that had been withdrawn involving a controversial tenderpreneur, Vusumuzi Ket Matlala. Critics, including political opponents, have accused him of overreach. For instance, a DA statement said the suggestion that one of their members was part of a syndicate was absurd. Some observers warn that past commissions in South Africa have yielded strong findings, but weak follow-through, questioning whether this one will be different. Meanwhile, analysts say the allegations point to a possible criminal capture of the state security apparatus. The Madlanga Commission continues its hearings with more witnesses, cross-examinations, and investigations into covert communications, financial trails, and institutional interference. Senzo Mchunu has been placed on special leave, while Firoz Kachalia serves as acting police minister. The country watches to see, will the commission find conclusive proof of collusion? Will implicated officials face legal or disciplinary action? Will reforms ensure to protect the justice system from further capture? Will public trust be regained or further eroded? This scandal, allegedly but serious, strikes at the heart of governance and rule of law. When those meant to enforce justice are accused of aiding criminal networks, the courage or risk of a high-ranking officer blowing the whistle in public is unprecedented and invites retaliation, scrutiny, and danger. How this unfolds, whether with accountability or cover-up, will send a message about the future of corruption and justice in South Africa. We must watch not only what is revealed, but what action follows. That was the Mkhwanazi bombshell, a story still unfolding. What do you believe? Is this the exposure of deep state corruption or an overreach by one officer? Let me know in the comments. If you found this useful, hit subscribe for more deep dives. Thank you for watching and stay sharp, because in a democracy, truth must always fight to be heard.